Getting ready for another game here from the NCCAA National Championship on the court of Grace College. They're getting ready to start after this one. First, we'll see the 1 versus 8 Cedarville U, the Yellow Jackets out of Cedarville, Ohio, up against the 8-seeded Nebraska Christian College from Papillion, Nebraska, as the Sentinels and the Yellow Jackets get ready to do battle. I'm Daniel Gilman, welcoming you into this court on the campus of Grace College. We're in the Manahan Orthopedic Capital Center in Winona Lake, Indiana. You heard the starting lineup: Cedarville in the white, Nebraska Christian in the red. Cedarville goes out with Brandon Moffmer, Colin Van Horn, Connor Tenhove, Grant Zawatsky, and Quentin Green. For Nebraska, the 8 seed at 14-14, they have Kyle Bolslavsky, Devin Jones, Drew Aguilera, Isaiah Collier, and Matt Lilquist. We'll see Devin Jones jump up against Tenhove, and Connor Tenhove, the first-team All-American, gathers the opening tip, and it's brought up by Brandon Moffmer, the freshman guard out of Chillicothe, Ohio. Cedarville, a team that brings 8 players from their home state of Ohio. Head coach for Cedarville U is Pat Estep, up against Willie Williams, also the AD for Nebraska Christian. Nebraska Christian running a man-to-man here and driving quite easily is Quentin Green, the freshman who drives it to the left for the first points of this game. Here you see another freshman in Kyle Bolslavsky, a guard from Colorado Springs. Nebraska Christian College comes here by way of the Central Region. They defeated Southwestern Christian 84-75 to get their ticket into the NCCAA National Championship here in this single elimination tournament. But each team guaranteed to play 3 games as a shot clock violation starts off Nebraska Christian College's first possession, and then not what Coach Willie Williams wanted. Cedarville lost in the GMAC semifinal against Findlay the last time they played back on March 8th, but they are an at-large and the #1 seed. Returning to this national stage for the first time since 2013. Pat Estep was at the helm when they won this NCCAA National Championship back in 2012, and the pass from Colin Van Horn down low to Connor Tenhove misses. We've had a couple sloppy possessions after the basket. Good job splitting that man-to-man tight defense, and a bucket there from Devin Jones, one of 7 players on Nebraska Christian from Colorado Springs, and a player averaging 7.5 points per game, has this one tied up just a minute and a half in. Three-pointer there from Green, and Cedarville leads 5-2. Quentin Green with all 5 of his team's points. The Yellow Jackets 15-12 on the season, 18-12 on the season, 14-6 in the GMAC, as driving from the right lane and bucking it, and the foul is Quentin Green. Make it 7-2 and a chance for 8, all from Quentin Green, the freshman guard's right hand. A 6'7", 185 there from Green, as he's only averaging 10 points a game, already with 7, a chance for 8. Gets a friendly roll, and it's 8-2 Cedarville U. Out of the Greater Midwest Athletic Conference. Heads up play by Grant Zawatsky, the team's leading stealer. It's all swung to the outside. Long shot to there by Connor Tenhove. It's rebounded and a foul call. First foul of this game. Here coming about 2 minutes and 20 seconds in. Full court press once again from Cedarville. And the double team forces Bolofsky to fall, and a timeout called by his teammate Drew Aguilera. Heads up play by the sophomore guard. One of many transfers from Grace University who have come alongside their head coach, Willie Williams. We'll talk more about that right around the corner. Take a break here from the NCCAA National Championship stage right here on the NCCAA Network. Game 3 of 4 on the day for the men's side of the bracket. We saw Hannibal LaGrange knock off Columbia by 1 earlier today, and Roberts Wesleyan defeat 7-seeded Piedmont International 70-60. So that's the other side of the bracket. We'll find out who advances on this side with these two games here, with Bluefield and the host Grace set to face off at about 5:15, 5:20, depends on when this game finishes. Pair of turnovers we've seen from both teams now as Cedarville throws it away. 8-2 the score. Just about 3 minutes into this first half. Talking to Coach Willie Williams of Nebraska Christian, this team runs, and they run with a ton of motion, averaging over 80 points a game. Defense optional sometimes, 83.5 points allowed. So we'll see if these two teams can settle into a groove after Nebraska Christian hasn't scored in over 2 minutes. Deep three there from Drew Aguilera, no good off the back of the iron. A fight for the rebound picked up by Zawatsky. He's going to run from one all-conference member to another. Tenhove misses. The rebound put up by Moffmer, and it misses. Offensive rebound again. Lots of contact down low, and eventually a late foul is going to be called on Matt Lilquist. It looked like he fouled Quentin Green on the shot, no call, and then later on the fight for another offensive rebound, Green finally gets the whistle blown in his favor, and it's back to Cedarville ball with Brandon Moffmer, a second-team all-conference member, standing under the hoop. Zawatsky also named to the second team, back over to their leader and high scorer in Connor Tenhove, and he finds a soft back rim as Tenhove gets his first bucket of this game. It's 10-2. Connor Tenhove, a sophomore from Valpo, back to his home state to play in this national championship tournament. Winner of this game faces the winner of Bluefield and Grace tomorrow at 5:15 p.m. Fight for the ball, and a third turnover. Nebraska Christian now 2 points, 3 turnovers, as Zawatsky weaves his way around the defense, drops it off to Tenhove. Tight defense there by Collier. More contact down low, no call. Van Horn doesn't care. The freshman picks up his first bucket, and it's 12-2. Cedarville looking to run away with it here. The 1 versus 8 matchup so far in the favor of the top seed. The Yellow Jackets finished the regular season ranked 8th in the NCCAA top 10, the highest ranked team in this field. Pass inside, another turnover, this time off the hands of Devin Jones. Everything seems to flow through Devin Jones, but he's had a little bit of tough time after that early bucket. 8 points for Green, 2 for Tenhove, 2 for Van Horn. Green steps back from 3, and it's short. See some subs for the first time. Jonte Williams and TJ Rivera come in for Nebraska Christian. Damon Parker and Colton Linkus in for Cedarville, giving Green and Zawatsky a break. Bolslavsky comes out for Nebraska Christian, along with Drew Aguilera, who just missed that 3 long ago. More pressure, nearly another turnover, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow stays with the Sentinels of Nebraska Christian College. Just over 5 minutes gone here in the first half. It started all Quentin Green. He scored his team's first 7 points. Here's Jonte Williams, a senior guard. Swings it right side in the corner, TJ Rivera, and the substitute comes in and picks up the first bucket in 5 minutes for Nebraska Christian. It's TJ Rivera, sophomore from Gibbon, Nebraska. Pulls this game within 7, 12-5 the score. Steal. Nebraska Christian has some momentum, driving, and the 2 reserves have a pair of buckets. Jonte Williams and TJ Rivera have put the Sentinels back into this game. 12-7 the score. Jonte Williams, one of the 4 transfers from Grace University, where their head coach Willie Williams coached for 5 years. Malmer tries to stop the run, no good, but miscommunication, and it's knocked out of bounds by Matt Lilquist, senior from Dakota County Tech. Pat Estep wants a change, so he'll send in Robert Okoro and Isaiah Spielman. Chris Penley checks in for Nebraska Christian. Adds some more size. Stripped, down low. That's Linkus trying to drive. Now a fight for the ball picked up by Rivera. So a spark given by Jonte Williams and TJ Rivera. This one was starting to look lopsided at 12-2. It's now 12-7. Just about 6.5 minutes in. Rivera in the corner. Didn't start today, but he started 20 games this season. So a lot of comfortable minutes played by number 2 as an easy bucket missed by Chris Penley. Coming the other way, it's Brandon Malmer. Malmer, on the other hand, has not missed a start this season, making his 31st of the year. Short mid-range jumper from the right side, and it's missed by Okoro, but offensive rebound gathered by Cedarville. The Yellow Jackets trying to snap a scoreless streak of almost 3 minutes now, and a foul called on a drive by Isaiah Spielman. Spielman, the freshman, picks up the foul, only the second of the game. Pardon me, team third as Zawatsky comes in. Out goes Brandon Malmer. Zawatsky tried to find a cutting Parker. Instead, he has to drop it out. This is Spielman. Parker finds Okoro. Nice post move for the big man, and it can't get it to fall with the foul called. And we'll see the senior from Nigeria, Robert Okoro, go to the line. Penley picks up his second foul, prompting Jordan Makanjoli to get to the scorer's table and come in for him. First bucket is good from Okoro, and Makanjolia comes in. .66", 225, and a 55% free throw shooter, but Okoro makes both. .14-7 the score, and a stoppage there. Gives me a second to tell you who our Zebras are today. It's Mason Seiler who makes the call. He's our head ref. Brad Kloss and Ken Washam out there in the black and white for this afternoon contest between Cedarville University, the 1 seed, and Nebraska Christian, the 8. With a 4 versus 5 coming up next. Bluefield against the host Grace College. Lilquist gathers in the corner. Cedarville shooting 45%. Nebraska Christian shooting 33%. Step back. Devin Jones steps into one. Looked good for a while, but it rolls out. Rebound Linkus. He's poked away. Devin Jones picks it up and drops it in. 2 points to start the game for Jones. Then he goes 7 minutes without one, and here now has 4. As the designated home team, the Nebraska Christian College Sentinels trail 14-9, 8 minutes into the first half. Damon Parker hands it off, and it's dropped around to Colton Linkus. Ball screen doesn't work in the favor of Cedarville. Instead, they find an open man in the corner. It's the junior Linkus, no good. A little too much dribbling there from Jonte Williams, but he regathers his dribble. 3, Rivera. 2 for 2 now, the sophomore. Nearing his season average of 7 a game. 14-12 the score, and the hot shooting off the bench for Nebraska Christian's been the difference. Giving some of their starters some rest time. Zawatsky finishes with the 3, the first tray from the 1 seed so far in this game. And they match triples. It's 17-12. Jones looks inside. It's Makanjolia. Couple extra steps, no call, and Makanjolia can't get it to fall. Zawatsky, picks up the pass. Takes it across the timeline. 17-12. Cedarville leads. They had a 12-2 lead. Had to withstand a 10-3 run from the 8-seeded Sentinels. But a Zawatsky 3, Okoro with a couple free throws, and now Okoro adds a layup on a nice dish from Zawadzki, and it's 19-12. Cedarville sitting at 18-12 on the season. Rode a couple 4-game winning streaks during conference play to finish 14-6 in the GMAC. Macanjolia's layup pulls back within 5. Mid-range jumper no good. Nice offensive rebound there, though, by Linkus. Good vision. Gets it open. Linkus for 3, no good. And the three-point shooting today for Cedarville has been spotty. 2 for 6 so far. Jonte Williams tries to find someone down low. Instead, he has to drop it off to Devin Jones. Spielman on defense. A wide open Rivera, the same spot he's hit 2 before. Make it 3. TJ Rivera adds a triple, and it's 19-17. Rivera just shooting 34% from behind the arc this season. Picked it up in postseason play. Now Cedarville looking for a 3. Maybe forcing one there. A little open Parker, no good. Offensive rebound, another one from Linkus. To the top, Zawadzki, he's made one, but missed this one. And out off of Macanjolia. 8:50 on the clock, and we'll see a flurry of substitutes come in. When I mean a flurry, I mean both teams looking like they're going to be subbing right after this media timeout. 8:50 on the clock, 19-17 the score. We'll take a quick break as Cedarville leads in this first round game of the NCCAA National Championship on thencccaa.org. Per usual, it's been a game of runs. Right now, it's Cedarville scoreless over the last 140, and Nebraska Christian on a 5-0 run. Made 3 of their last 4 baskets, the Sentinels have, out of Papillion, Nebraska. Following a season without a postseason appearance for Willie Williams, now in his 2nd year, taking his team to the NCCAAs. Good pass inside. That'll stop the scoreless run as Colin Van Horn picks up his 2nd basket. Now has 4, the freshman from Proctorville, Ohio, and it's 21-17. Kyle Bolslovsky comes back in. They find him, but a bunny is missed. Then the offensive rebound, unable to be gathered by Macanjolia. Heads up defense by Bolslovsky, but it stays with the Yellow Jackets. Cedarville missed the last few postseasons. Their last appearance here was in 2013. They finished as the 3rd place team after taking the national championship home in 2012. That earned Coach Estep the National Coach of the Year. Alley, unable to oop it though, as Van Horn, he gets his own rebound and throws some elbows, and it's a jump ball called. So the dish was laid out there by Zawadzki, who averages over 6 assists a game. But Van Horn couldn't put it in, and the possession arrow stays with Cedarville. Good screen opens up Linkus, but he doesn't shoot. Under 15 to go in the shot clock. Deep 3, Van Hove, no good. Ten Hove, pardon me, no good. And the rebound picked up by Aguilera, who's taken some time on the bench. Rivera fakes the three look. He's 3 for 3 from long range. 21-17. Nebraska Christian has not led all game. And a poor pass leads to a backcourt. 7 turnovers now for the Sentinels. Bluefield College arriving. They'll take on the host Grace at approximately 5:15, about 10 minutes after this game finishes. Good pass inside. This time Van Horn can contribute. He now has 6 points. Has started all but one game this season, averaging over 10 a game. Cedarville as a team has 5 players averaging double figures this season. No other team in this field can brag that honor, as a 7th turnover gives the ball right back to the Yellow Jackets, a 23-17 lead. 7:25 left in this first half. First round of the Division I NCCAA National Championship. Got to win 3 games to hoist the trophy Saturday. 2 p.m. tip as a mid-range jumper, Colin Van Horn starting to get hot. Van Horn only 6 points scored in the GMAC semifinal loss to Finley back on March 8th. Many of these teams have had some time off, awaited their name to be drawn back on Saturday night to see if they'd be in this field, and Cedarville got the honor of hosting the top seed. Pump fake and an open 3, dropped in by Drew Aguilera. He leads the team with a 43% three-point percentage, and that's going to force a timeout, 25-20 on the three-pointer by Aguilera. Aguilera now with 3 points on 3 shots. And the Sentinels use the timeout. We'll take a quick break, come right back on the nccaa.org. Nine points from Rivera on 3 threes, 8 points for Cedarville's Green and Van Horn. Those are our leaders as Cedarville holds a 25-20 lead. They haven't given up the lead, but it's gotten close a couple times as Green, taking the first shot in a while, has the offensive rebound dragged down by Van Horn. Colin Van Horn, 8 points on 4 of 4, and now picks up his first rebound. Cedarville's gone a bit cold here in this 5-point game. They've made just one of their last 9 shots, but the rebounding has kept them in it. Quick pass inside, Zawadzki off the glass, and it falls. So Grant Zawadzki picks up the bucket. And now Cedarville leads 27-20. Nebraska Christian may have TJ Rivera out there for the rest of this one. He averages 24 points a game, started off the bench today. As for the first time in a while, Isaiah Collier got the start. We haven't seen too much of Collier as he checks back in a minute ago. Number 21 playing down low along with Macanjolia. Chris Penley found himself in some foul trouble. He's been on the pine. Cedarville moves with a lot of ball screens. Finds Zawatsky in the corner, swish! Grant Zawatsky now with 8 points. Under 5.5 to go. We see Devin Jones with the ball on the bottom of the screen. Rivera tries to get around Green. Adds the contact and he'll go to the line. First free throws of the game so far for the Sentinels. Only took him about 14 minutes to get to it.
Foul on the Yellow Jackets, number 55, Clayton Green, his first, team second.
The Yellow Jackets, on the other hand, 3 for 3 from the line. They're the best team in the NCCAA in free throws, 79%. Nebraska Christian College, just about 70% from the line. Rivera coming off of a 7-point game in the Central Regional win over Southwestern Christian back on March 6th. Adds a pair there. We see Jeff Butler come in for the Sentinels, number 23. Finding some space for himself is Moffmer. And the first bucket of the game for Brandon Moffmer is a mid-range jumper. That gives Cedarville back their 10-point lead. Good defense there from Quentin Green. Jones wants the ball right back. Finding Butler. His first minutes of this game. Tries to spot up for a three. Instead it goes to Jones. Foot on the line, no good. Offensive rebound, Jeff Butler. 6'1" sophomore gets fouled. Only the third foul of the game for Cedarville. Neither team nearing the bonus yet. 5 total for Nebraska Christian. Penley back in the game with 2 fouls. Will have to play accordingly. Macanjolia started on the bench. He's been in for the majority of this first half. Nebraska Christian turns it over, number 10 of the half. Quick give and go, and a nice bucket for Moffmer. Even nicer of a dish from Zawatsky. 34-22 on Grant Zawatsky's 5th assist of the game. Three-pointer. Front rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Can't be put up. Jumper from just short of the free throw line can fall, though, for the 8th-seeded Nebraska Christian College Sentinels, who are just trying to stay in this one, as it's Drew Aguilera. Now a deep shot from Tenhove, blocked, rebounded, and a foul called by Van Horn, who plays extra strong down low in the post.
Foul on the Yellow Jackets, number 10, Colin Van Horn, his second.
Van Horn's second foul. After the shot from Tenhove, just a bit quick there from the sophomore. And Van Horn's going to take a break with 2 fouls. In comes Isaiah Spielman. Kyle Bolshlovsky comes in for Jeff Butler. Nebraska Christian has made 4 of their last 5 shots, but it's taken a while. This one gets blocked out of bounds by Tenhove. Connor Tenhove, who usually is the leading scorer on this team, averaging 15 and 6 a game today, has 2 points without a rebound. But it's been Zawatsky and Green along with Van Horn, all with 8 points to lead Cedarville. A balanced attack. 5 players on the team averaging over 10 points a game, and Moffmer, Van Horn, Tenhove, Zawatsky, and Green. Now they're nearing the bonus with 3 quick fouls. That one called against Tenhove, 5 fouls apiece. Aguilera found in the corner, guarded well though by Moffmer. Looking for the swing, instead it goes inside. Macanjolia finds the roll. 4 points now for Jordan McInjolia. It's 34-26. Three minutes left in this first half between the 8th seeded Nebraska Christian College and the number 1 seed Cedarville University. Zawatsky, another dish to the corner, all but down, and it goes out of bounds. Oh, a friendly call there. We'll see if it's overturned. It is overturned. The combination of the reaction from Willie Williams and I think the face of Cedarville's Colton Linkus sold it. That it bounced off of him. And a chance for Nebraska Christian to pull within 6 now, maybe 5 with a 3, as their three-point shooting's been lethal, 4 of 7 so far, 3 of them by Rivera. Bit of a full court press, now the trap. Zawatsky nearly steals it. He's got 49 steals on the season. To the corner in green. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rivera from the other corner. No, that's not his friendly corner. First missed shot of the game for A.J. Rivera, looking to run. 2:20 to go in the first half. Zawatsky slows it down. Second team all-conference member, the senior from Tip City, Ohio. Finds Spielman, who's inching forward, aching to shoot, no good. Cold streak goes continued, 2:10 without a bucket for Cedarville, though they still hold the 12-point lead, 8-point lead now. Inside McInjolia, defended by the 6'6 Okoro. Now Spielman comes to help on Rivera. His flailing shot no good. Nearly stole it though on the pass to Zawatsky. Good no-look pass and a dunk from Okoro and the foul. That'll end the scoreless run of 2:45. Put the top-seeded Cedarville team from Ohio up 10. And a chance for 11 as Okoro's already made a pair of free throws.
Checking in for the Sentinels,
Jonte Williams comes in for the Sentinels. Okoro trying to put together another free throw, and he does. 3 for 3 from the line, 2 for 2 from the field. And Okoro's Yellow Jackets up 11 with 1:45 to go in the first half. Williams brought in for his speed. He nearly travels, they call it a tip, to the middle to Aguilera. No good, a lot of red jerseys in front, and the offensive rebound put back by Penley. Penley, the junior from Long Beach, has his Sentinels within 9. Zawatsky picks up his dribble, gets the ball right back. Corner 3, no good though by Linkus. Colton Linkus now 0 for 3 from long range. And a chance for a 2 for 1 here for the Sentinels. 1 minute to go in the first half. The 8th seed has kept it within 10. Penley, cross-court pass. Rivera wisely avoids the shot with Zawatsky closing in, but he gets blocked down low by Okoro. For a second, Linkus had an open shot. Instead, he chooses for Okoro, and that's a good decision. Okoro, who only averages 3.5 points a game, is given the lead back to 11 and a chance for a 2 for 1. 6 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. They're going to have about 26 with a turnover, 11th of the game, as Penley wasn't ready for the pass. And Pat Estep can help his team draw up a play for the final shot. Second best team from 3 in the NCCAA. Cedarville today, 3 for 14 from long range. See if they continue to chuck it up or try to go down low again in the second half. 4 seconds. Starting his run up, and the teardrop from Moffmer's good. Beats the buzzer with plenty of time. And the designated visitors, but the 1 seed, have a 41-28 lead, led by 9 points from Okoro, including a late run from the senior Nigerian big man. 8 points from Van Horn, 8 points Zawatsky, 8-point screen, as Rivera's 3 threes have Nebraska Christian's top score with 11 points. Take a break, come back in the second half. Be back in just under 10 minutes here as number 1 Cedarville leads 8th seeded Nebraska Christian 41-28. It's the NCCAA National Championship on the NCCAA Network. We are ready for a second half of action between the top-seeded Cedarville University Yellow Jackets and the 8th seed Nebraska Christian College Sentinels. It was a half of runs, but the final run taken by the Yellow Jackets, led by number 50, Robert Okoro. He starts the second half on the bench as the starting 10, both teams starters from the first half, and it's a long two. Followed by a short two there as each team trades buckets. Bolshovsky finds Green in the middle. Excuse me, that's Jones, who is stripped by Zawatsky. Little alley up there to Moffmer. And just like that, 45-30. Moffmer had just one basket in the first half through 12 minutes, and then the final 8 minutes he went on a bit of a tear. Now has 10 points, Moffmer does, in this 45-30 lead. Pardon me, 45-31. They're going to change that shot to a 3 from a couple minutes ago from Aguilera. So first call to 2, change to a 3. Aguilera's got 8 points. It's 45-31, just about a minute into the half. Following a 13-14 season, Cedarville University, all they did was return 4 starters in Tenhove, Linkus, Okoro, and Zawatsky. They said goodbye to one of the best in their program's history, who's now on the sideline, in Patrick Bain. Bain named a second-team All-American last season for Cedarville. Bain alongside Terry Futrell, coaching Pat Estep, who started his Cedarville tenure as a student, was a student assistant as a senior, and now in his 11th season with the Yellow Jackets. They hoisted the trophy back in 2012 here. We're in Manahan Orthopedic Capital Center as the pass to the middle stripped away by Van Horn. This will be the site for at least the next 2 seasons. They just signed a contract extension a couple years ago through 2020, and what a fantastic venue for basketball. The only site in the entire nation for any level that has national championships for multiple honors. The men and the women will be crowned on Saturday, a 2 p.m. start for the men. Women start about 30 minutes after that finishes, approximately 5 o'clock. See if they find Aguilera again from 3. Instead, it's passed down low. Lilquist. Pump fake worked, and it had Green flying well over him. And Lilquist picks up the bucket, 45-33 now, as the senior from Minnesota with 4 points for Nebraska Christian. Mid-range jumper, it's called a 2, and it falls for Zawatsky. High-powered second half to start with just 2.5 minutes in. We've seen scoring quickly from both teams. Aguilera looks to shoot on Zawatsky, instead finds it to the corner. Bolshovsky, no good, picked up by Van Horn. These teams run, did I mention it? And the foul called under the hoop. Moffmer goes down hard. Lilquist with that bucket, his first attempt of the day. He's got 3 rebounds. Foul goes against Bolshovsky. Nebraska Christian College's season has been up and down. Finished with a 14-14 record, good enough to get them into the tournament with the Central Region win over the top-seeded Southwestern Christian University. But they saw 5-game and 3-game win streaks throughout the 2018-2019 season, but also saw 3- and 4-game losing streaks. As the little dish inside, successful for the Sentinels, and the bucket goes to Devin Jones. But a stop at the scorer's table halts things for a second. Jones now with 6 points, 3 of 8 shooting. Winner of this game faces the winner of our next game, which will sure to have quite the crowd, with Bluefield, the 4 seed, against Grace, the 5 seed. Of course, this the final go-around for Coach K, who's got his name on the court, Kessler Court. So we'll see how many of his former players come to watch as Grace men and Grace women face Bluefield tonight in a 4-5 matchup. So how about that, as the turnover bounces out of bounds, gives the ball to the Sentinels. And we see full court press for the Yellow Jackets here in the second half. 3 minutes in, 47-35. Good ball movement to the middle. Just a little short on the jump from Devin Jones. And Tenhove picks up the rebound. To the corners, Awaski had a chance at a 3, instead chooses for an open 18-footer, no good. Tenhove offensive rebound, and he's fouled. Few quick fouls here in the second half. And now we see the star from the first half for Nebraska Christian. It's TJ Rivera who comes in, had 11 points in that first half. Only averages about 8 a game. Risky pass inside, and it's bounced out of bounds off the leg of Colin Van Horn. Only the 6th turnover of the game for Cedarville. The Yellow Jackets with the number 2 power rating, an index that helps the NCCAA committee decide who can make the tournament, so it was a no-doubter that this Yellow Jacket team would be an at-large. And there you go, see him as the number 1 seed with that power rating. Aguilera stuck in the corner, and he finds Lilquist. Tenhove with a mismatch on Rivera. Rivera trying to utilize, gets a give and go through Tenhove. A sprained or twisted ankle there from Rivera forces a turnover. Unfortunate, as he's pleading for a foul. They're running out of time on the shot clock. It was at 6. And it'll be the 14th turnover of the game for the Sentinels. A young squad for Nebraska Christian, 11 underclassmen, 5 upperclassmen. Their win against Southwestern Christian snapped a 2-game losing streak and put him into this tournament. Nice drive from the top of the key, finishing strong with the right is Moffmer, and it's 49-35. Long pass. Looking to keep it himself and get blocked by the side of the backboard is Isaiah Collier. Not the best decision there for the sophomore. And it works as a bit of a turnover because a 2-on-1, he chose to keep it. And now Cedarville back with the ball, leading by 14. No lead is safe, though. Just in the last game of the early slate for the women's bracket, saw Bruton Parker trail by 19 late in the game against 7-seeded Judson, just to see BPU come all the way back, BPC, pardon me, come all the way back to win. They'll face Roberts Wesleyan tomorrow at 7 p.m. as Roberts Wesleyan's men team will play Hannibal LaGrange tomorrow at 3:30. So the 2-seeded Roberts Wesleyan men's team knocked off 6-seeded Columbia International by 1 this morning. Excuse me, Hannibal LaGrange knocked off Columbia International. Roberts Wesleyan, 10-point win against Piedmont International. Moffmer back-to-back layups, this one with a little bit extra difficulty from the left, and it's 51-35. Now a block quickly off the left side by Van Horn. Moffmer's running, drops it off, swing to the corner, Spielman, no good. The bench wanted it badly as Spielman can't find a bucket today. No lead is safe when these teams are running like this because you can't really sit on a lead when you take a shot within 10 seconds of a shot clock. Lilquist, top of the key, and he's turned over by the arm of Spielman. Moffmer left side. Bit of a shuffle feet, and the foul, excuse me, no, it's the travel called there against Colin Van Horn, his 2nd turnover of the game. Van Horn today with 10 points on 5 of 7. He's efficient. 54% from the field leads the team. Actually puts him at 22nd in the nation in field goal percentage. But Van Horn will have a break to take off the face mask and sit on the bench. As we see Colton Linkus in the game alongside Green, Parker, Zawatsky, and Spielman for the white jersey wearing Cedarville University. In is Macanjolia, who sat the last few minutes, along with Jonte Williams. Williams to the top. This is Rivera down low. A nice pass, and even nicer finish by Chris Penley, and the quick timeout by Willie Williams. Williams wants some time to talk it over after his offense contributes. It's 51-37, Cedarville leads, and we'll take a quick timeout. 14:08 left in the second half on Willie Williams' second timeout. The senior guard, Grant Zawatsky, takes the ball up from left to right. Cedarville in the white, Nebraska Christian in the red. Cedarville, the top-seeded team in this tournament. They've been strong all game, have not relinquished the lead. They led 12-2 early. Nebraska Christian just keeping themselves within stone's throw as Spielman airballs the layup attempt. Drew Aguilera has a three-pointer in this half. The lone three-pointer either team has made in the second half. 0 for 3 for Cedarville. They're just 3 of 17 from long range today. Penley just put up a layup. Comes with the left, too strong. It goes out off red. So they give Cedarville the ball as Okoro goes crashing over Linkus under the net. We'll see what kind of impact Robert Okoro provides off the bench. He was strong to finish the first half, had 9 points on a pair of and ones and a strong dunk. Cedarville ended the first half on a 5-1 run. But now a quick steal from Penley, and it's called out of bounds off Cedarville. So now just the 8th turnover of the game compared to 15 by the Sentinels. But off of the timeout after the Penley two-pointer, Willie Williams and his bunch are looking to cut into this lead, down 14. They had it within 10 in the first half. A deep three from Rivera is no good. That left corner has been kind to him. Now it's the Linkus deep in the corner. Front rim, offensive rebound, Spielman. He's got the team leading 5 rebounds. Call for the foul, and we'll see free throws here for the best free throw shooting team in the NCCAA. Spielman 88% from the line. Believe it or not, that's 3rd on the team. Tenhove 95, Zawatsky 89. All equaling to a 78.5% mark. And friendly rolls like that will help out. Spielman, first point to the game here from the free throw line. Had 5 points in their last game against Findlay back on March 8th. See tight defense from Damon Parker. Under 13 minutes to go in this game. 5th game of the day, 3rd for the men. 1 more to go in the men's side of the bracket, Bluefield versus Grace. And then a pair of women's games at 7:30, Bluefield Grace again, as some fans might be a little confused from the scoreboard. And then Mid-American Christian against Yellowstone Christian in the 8-1. Shot all but in. Toilet bowl's out, rebounded by Spielman. He's got 7 boards now. Zawatsky dissecting his way through the middle, then takes a deep three that's just short. Offensive rebound, Okoro. 26 rebounds for Cedarville to just 24 for the Sentinels. And Okoro's step-back jumper added some difficulty, no good. Offensive rebound, cutting in is Parker. And Damon Parker has points today. He's got 1 of 2 from the line, from the field, I should say. And it's 55-37, the lead separating. Jonte Williams trying to direct traffic. It goes down low to Penley. Quite an easy bucket there for Penley. As young as this team is for Nebraska Christian, they only lost one starter from their 2018 team and will look to bring a ton more next season. Deep three, Spielman, count it, and it's 58-39. Timeout quickly called. Cedarville University leads 58-39 here in this first round game of the NCCAA tournament. Division I bracket, third game of 4. Bluefield Grace follows. You're watching it on the NCCAA Basketball Network. Cedarville just 11 and a half minutes away from a first round victory. Their last 2 tournaments, they reached the semifinals, which is what a win here would get them. 2012, Cedarville was the national champions. They won their 3 games back in 2012 by an average of 18 points, as they are here the 1 seed. They were the 1 seed back in 2012, and also 11 minutes and 17 seconds away from Pat Estep's 200th career win here in season number 11 for the head ball coach. The Cedarville alum who started coaching on the sideline as a senior for Cedarville. Aguilera, no good, and is picked up. And the the field goal percentage is low in this second half for Nebraska Christian, as you would imagine, under 38%. Linkus has a step, drops it to the inside. Okoro blocked by Penley. Big time rejection, and now running is the Sentinels. Aguilar no good again. These one and done possessions compared to Cedarville, who's picked up multiple offensive rebounds, actually double-digit offensive rebounds, make it 11 for the Yellow Jackets. Spielman takes his time, nearly drops back-to-back threes in. Instead, it's no good. Contact behind the three-point line, and the foul's called on Parker. Junior from Huber Heights, Ohio. We'll see Jeff Butler come back in for Nebraska Christian.
Coming for the Sentinels, Jeff Butler.
Out goes Penley. (58-39) with about 10 minutes left in the game. And Jonte Williams drives, turns it over. Williams, one of 3 seniors on this team. The loser of this game will be guaranteed at least 2 more games. A chance to play for 3rd place, or excuse me, 5th place, I should say. In the 5th place game, the 7th place game, or the 9th place game. Strong rebound by Lilquist. And Rivera goes among the Sequoias there under the hoop. 58-39, a timeout called. Some sloppy basketball since the last timeout. This one, a media timeout with a stoppage of play under 10 minutes to go. And I think the coaches would agree they'd want to talk things over. Take a quick break as well. It's 19 points the lead, the largest of the game for Cedarville, as they are led by Moffmer's 12 points. He's come strong with 6 in the second half. Take a quick break here on NCCAA.org. Two teams have already advanced in the top half of our bracket. They'll face off tomorrow at 3:30. It's Hannibal LaGrange against Roberts Wesleyan, the 2 versus 3. So far, it's looking like the seed's going to hold here as the number 1 seed Cedarville University leads the 8th seeded Nebraska Christian 58-39. And another turnover for the Yellow Jackets. That's 17 now for the Sentinels. And the foul called against the red jersey wearing Nebraska Christian College. Tenhope hasn't had to do too much today. He's been asked a lot all season long. Today, just 2 points on 5 shots with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Team leading point getter and rebounder. And Lilquist gets called for the foul as Collier comes in for Williams, adding some size down low for Nebraska Christian. Good movement by Linkus in the corner. No good. Rivera, who had a really hot start to this game, has not scored since the half. He brought his team almost single-handedly back in it. It was 12-2. Rivera and Williams checked in off the bench for the first time. They quickly scored 8 points. Here's a deep 3 from Jeff Butler. So there's a nice addition off the bench for Butler. 58-42. Stopping, popping, dropping. Moffmer, team leader with 14 points. 18-point lead. Turning around and getting fouled is Aguilar, called by Colton Linkus. And Linkus goes straight to the bench before, or not before, he gets a word from his head coach, Pat Estep. Estep just a win today and a win tomorrow away from his 6th 20-win season with Cedarville. This is his 6th appearance in the national tournament, the team's 9th. For Nebraska Christian, they've made it 6 times, but this is the first trip as an NCCAA Division I team. Only their 2nd season with Division I credentials, as Willie Williams has really brought this team to new heights. Spent 5 years at Grace University. His first season, he reached the D2 tournament, was named Coach of the Year. Since, he's brought over 4 players from Grace. But he has to just watch by as his defense lets up another long ball. It hasn't really been death by long ball for Cedarville, but Tenho finally gets one to fall. He has 5 points. Just the 5th three-pointer of this game for Cedarville, a team that usually shoots well, 40% from behind the arc. Today, they're just 22. That's going to be a blocking foul. Feet weren't set, and it goes against Rivera on the drive by Moffmer, far from the hoop with 7.5 minutes to go. Buzz starting to fill in the arena as Grace College, the host, here in Winona Lake. We're about, about a half an hour from tip-off between Grace and Bluefield in the 4 versus 5 matchup, our final men's game of the day, before a pair of highly anticipated women's matchups come to fruition with a 4 versus 5 Bluefield Grace second act, as you might want to say. And then we've got the defending champs Mid-America up against Yellowstone Christian. Offensive rebound, a strong rebound at that. And the foul called in the corner. Good job by Quentin Green, who's been pretty quiet since his strong start. He had 7 of the team's first 7 points, in fact. Green was scalding, but he's just done his job since. At the moment, has just 8 points. From the corner, Green trying to get to double digits. He can't, and it's quickly rebounded by Lilquist. They're going to run. Butler's in the corner. Poor pass to him. Gathers, shoots, back rim. No time to breathe, though, because Cedarville's going the other way. No numbers, and they slow it down. It's off to Parker. Good vision by Tenhove to find his partner in crime, Colin Van Horn. 66-42, it's all Yellow Jackets. They continue to sting. Closing in on Coach Estep's 200th win. Eastamp from a basketball family. His dad, Dale, spent 27 seasons coaching basketball between college and high school. Trying to find his program another national championship. Rivera's three, no good. Now just throwing up prayers with under 6.5 to go. Finally, it looks like Cedarville's content to slow things down. Good play by Rivera. He can't keep it alive, though. Trying to knock it out of bounds off of Parker. Parker keeps it. But the bucket no good, so Rivera winds up with the ball. This one's going to wind up putting Nebraska Christian under 500 on the season. They're 14-14. But it's funny how that turns out. Last season went 17-18, but didn't make the national tournament. This season, a big win over Southwestern Christian puts them at this stage. And as I mentioned, 4 freshmen, 7 sophomore. Should be geared and ready to go next year for a 2020 run by Willie Williams and his bunch. As another rebound by Tenhove. Make it 6 for him now with 5 points. Expect to hear his name often tomorrow as a 5:15 meeting with the winner of Grayson Bluefield is in store for Cedarville as the threes continue to rain. Now a lot more comfortable from behind the arc. 4 for their first 19, but they've made 3 of their last 4. It was Moffmer whose 3 was good. He now has 18 points. Rivera behind the back pass. Another no-look pass. Butler in the corner. No good. Tenhove's 6th rebound. Or 7th rebound, I should say. Under 5. 69-42. Cedarville in their 2012 national championship run beat their opponents by an average of 18 points. They are now up 30. The 3 from Damon Parker. 5 points now for the junior. This thing got out of hand quite drawn out. Now Rivera. He can't hit the side of a barn. NCC has now gone scoreless the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Just inside the 3-point line, the 2 good from Moffmer and a timeout called. So we'll see if some reserves come in now for Cedarville University as they lead 74-42 with 3:44 to go. We'll take a break here from the NCCAA National Championship on the nccaa.org. On the floor for NCC, Aguilar, Rivera, Butler, Green, and Lilquist. For Cedarville, it's Seth Dittmer down low, along with Colton Linkus, Damon Parker, Grant Zawatsky. We haven't seen Zawatsky in a while. And Isaiah Spielman. So we see Green with the pass inside to Aguilar, who dribbles it into a trap. You don't see that often, then decides to chuck it up from deep, and it's good. And a timeout called from Willie Williams. So these coaches really drawing this out, as we'll see Jonte Williams come back in a second. But that timeout called from Nebraska Christian College. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a full break and come right back on the nccaa.org. Spielman into Zawadzki here with about 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Linkus runs inside. Dittmer had a chance, and it's batted away by a strong right hand of Devin Jones. TJ Rivera in the game, the same 5, in fact, at the addition of Jonte Williams for the Sentinels. 3:10 to go, and they trail by 29. Friendly bounce, though, and it's now 27. They beat the press quite easily. It's an alley-oop to Seth Dittmer. The 6'9 junior off the bench comes up big, and his bench loving every bit of it. Now the pass inside to Lilquist. Drops it back out. Batted away. Turnover number 20. Compared to 10 for Cedarville, and honestly, that's been the biggest difference. The turnovers in the middle of the game leading to fast break points quickly for the Yellow Jackets. Aside from the turnover margin, which is 10, not much else separating the two teams. 8 more points in the paint for Cedarville. That's been big for the Yellow Jackets as they've been able to take advantage of that. Obviously, 7 more steals. 12-5 goes hand in hand with the turnovers. Nebraska Christian with 28 bench points, led majorly by TJ Rivera. As Aguilar drives, gets it stolen from Zawadzki, and they're going to call a foul. 3 fouls for Tenhove. Excuse me, 3 steals for Tenhove, 3 steals for Zawadzki. Zawadzki has 6 assists as well. And coming in the game is Andrew Spur and Adam Stanley, along with Andrew Stein. Stein number 30, Spur number 22, Stanley 15. As Cedarville empties the bench. Also in, Gabriel Portillo, number 21. And a deep shot in, a 3, and a timeout called from Willie Williams. Can't give up at any point, and that's what the coach is showing here. It's 76-50. I'll take you through the bracket real quick as this timeout is called. Hannibal LaGrange, the 3 seed, took a 78-77 win this morning to start off the men's bracket over Columbia International. Then Roberts Wesleyan, the 2 seed, beat 7-seeded Piedmont International 70-60. That leads up a 2 versus 3 battle tomorrow at 3:30. Hannibal against Roberts Wesleyan. Women's side of the bracket. A noon game saw Roberts Wesleyan, the 3 seed, take care of Hiwassee 76-54, so they're on to face Bruton Parker, the 2 seed, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Bruton Parker had a miraculous comeback. They staved off a 41-point performance by Judson's Emmeline Wright earlier today. Saw a 19-point deficit decimated by strong defense and Joy Hadley's big block late in the game. So Bruton Parker and Roberts Wesleyan tomorrow at 7. Bottom side of that bracket, we'll fill it out tonight. I'll be right here on the call with Bluefield and Grace following the men's Bluefield Grace. And then the defending champs Mid-America Christian with a rematch of the 1-8 matchup last season where they decimated Yellowstone Christian by 40. So we'll see if YCC comes out stronger with a chip on their shoulder tonight in the nightcap at around 9:15. Andrew Stein takes it up the court. Finds his teammate Andrew Spur. Trap there at the timeline. Passed inside from Stanley to Dittmer, and it's knocked out of bounds with 1:43 to go as Jeff Butler checks back in. Rivera lets it roll with 1:42 to go. Long shot, no good. Now in the consolation side of the men's bracket, tomorrow at 8:30 a.m., Columbia International will face Piedmont International. And then here Nebraska Christian will play at 10:15 against the loser of the Bluefield Grace game. Every team in this tournament guaranteed 3 games. One of the best parts of this NCCAA bracket that no matter what, you're playing 3 games, whether it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Portillo takes it up the timeline, crosses through, smacks it off the knee of Lilquist. 1:30 to go. And Aguilar stops, pops, just short. And out of bounds off of Aguilar. So it'll stay with Cedarville as Jeff Butler checks back in for Jonte Williams. "20 points for Moffmer. 14 of them here in the second half has been the bright story for Cedarville, along with a balanced attack now able to rest their starters for the final few minutes of this 8-versus-1 game. Portillo with a nice over-the-arm pass by Andrew Spur, and it's 78-50. 55 seconds to go. Butler over to Rivera. Rivera's hot start was the story early for Nebraska Christian. And now the foul call to Jonte Williams is going to come back in. He's getting more cardio work, checking in and checking out. As Butler will have to wait for the first free throw to go down to come out. Free throw good from Rivera. He's got 12 points, second on the team behind Aguilar. Jonte Williams comes in for Butler, as we've seen them exchange high fives multiple times in the last minute or so coming in for each other. Second free throw is good as well, and it's 78-52. Poor pass in the inbounds, picked up by Jones. Deep three from Jonte Williams is good. Williams with 7 points. Timeout called by Willie Williams. It's 78-55. And with 46 seconds to go, these two coaches really drawing this one out. We'll take a quick break. Collier now tasked to pass it in, and he gets it into Spur. Nice move there in the middle. Collier, that's Portillo who's running, and another alley-oop. Dittmer flushes, and it's 80-55. Seth Dittmer now with a pair of buckets. Long shot, no good. Rebound, Dittmer bounced out of bounds off of him. Nice play by Jonte Williams, and Butler's going to come back in for Williams. Not sure why they continue this back and forth offense-defense affair with Williams and Butler. It's not like Jonte Williams has any foul trouble. Deep three, no good. Offensive rebound, Butler. 21 seconds to go. Final few shots of this game. 80-55 the score. 12 seconds. It goes out of bounds off of Cedarville. The Yellow Jackets will move to 19-12. Nebraska Christian College will fall to 14-15. Pat Estep is going to get win number 200 in his Rolodex, and a huge block from Dittmer. He's done a lot off the bench. 4 points, a rebound, and a block for the junior Dittmer. And a three-point shot and the foul. 80-55, 8 seconds to go, and Devin Jones is going to go to the line, and Jonte Williams is going to come in for Jeff Butler. Some more free throws. Only 4 so far from Nebraska Christian. They're 4 for 4 on the day. Cedarville is 7 of 8. Grace and Bluefield just itching to get on the court. Their game will start just about 10 minutes or so after this one concludes, as the fans packing in already to see the final goodbye this weekend for Coach Jim Kessler in his 42nd season, NAIA and NCCAA Hall of Famer. So all three are good from Devin Jones. And with 6 seconds left, another turnover. Jones chucks one up, no good. Rebound, offensive, Jones at the buzzer. It can't fall, and it's a final, 80-58. The final score, Cedarville University advances to the second round. Their third straight appearance in the second round, although the last one dates back to 2013. They'll look to repeat from their 2012 championship run, led by 20 points from Moffmer, 12 from Van Horn, 10 from Zawadzki. It's a final score. We're going to come back in just about 10-12 minutes for the host Grace against the 4-seeded Bluefield College out of Virginia. Just about a 5:15, 5:17 tip-off. Signing off for now, I'm Daniel Gilman. Hope you've enjoyed this broadcast of NCCAA National Championship Division I Men's Basketball on the NCC Basketball Network.